This is one of the most haunted parks here in Northwest Ohio. The Wolfinger Cemetery at Secor Metro Park. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Josh and I'm at Secor Metro Park. If you're not familiar with Secor Metro Park, it's just outside of Toledo, Ohio, in a little more of a rural area. If you're not from here, Northwest Ohio is part of what was the Great Black Swamp. It gets very muggy here, very swampy here, and today is a perfect example of that. In fact, hopefully it won't rain as we're trying to shoot this vlog. So this park is actually home to one of the most haunted areas in Northwest Ohio, Wolfinger Cemetery. It has a dark past. This park in general has a dark past that not many people know about. In fact, where I'm standing right now, it's just down the street from Wolfinger Cemetery, which will be just behind me, and we'll walk up that way in just a second. But this spot right here is where my family used to get together for our big family reunions back when I was a kid. Right here is where I'd sit with my great aunts, my great uncles, my grandpa, my grandma, my mom, my dad, my brother, my cousins, pretty much everybody. And what was special about that is in one of the last reunions that I remember going to, my grandpa would tell us about some of the things that used to happen here. This was actually the neighborhood my grandpa grew up in. He didn't grow up in a park. The park eventually bought it. I'm not sure why exactly the neighborhood was torn down. But right behind me in these woods, my grandpa's house was back there. So if you go back 50, 60, 70 years ago, I'm actually standing in what would have been somebody's front yard or backyard. And somebody was apparently murdered here, according to my grandfather, who said one day, a man came out with a knife. I don't know if he stabbed his wife or stabbed another man, but yep, somebody died right here where I'm standing. So to say this land has a dark past is a total understatement. We're gonna go up to Wolfinger Cemetery and we're gonna try the other legend of this park, which is talking to Eliza. Now this is an interesting story, and this is actually why I made the trip out here today, is Eliza is said to be a 12 or 13-year-old spirit who passed away at a young age with her brothers, sisters, mom, and dad. They say that it all happened within days. Now, legend has it that Eliza and her brothers and sisters can be seen walking around the cemetery, playing around the graves, and you can even hear them when you do EVP sessions. Years ago, we came out here and tried to talk to Eliza's grave, and we got audio, which I'm going to try to dig up and put at the end of this video. So I'm going to walk over there right now. We're going to do an EVP session to see if Eliza's still around and to see if we can get anything. All right, so kind of walking up the road here within the cemetery, just to give you an idea of where I'm at. It has graves in here from the 1700s. There's a hill just on the other side of this driveway. That's where my grandpa grew up. And as we're walking up this fence line, this is where Eliza is said to haunt. This bigger headstone is the Ford family stone. So it's Eliza Ford, and I believe it was her brother, and there was an infant that is over here as well. Audio we got before sounded like a little girl saying, "I want to come out and play." I'm not the first one over here. Look at the clearing around her grave. So this is the Ford family stone. Lists her mother, her father. I think her father was Wallace. And there must have been a Wallace Jr. because there's also a Wallace right here. There's mother. There's infant. There's father. Going over here. Here's Eliza. And we're kind of overlooking the rest of the cemetery. Interesting. So the equipment that I'm going to be using the K2 meter, which is something that you've seen on all the ghost hunter shows. The reason I decided to bring this out here, though this is an EVP hunt, I brought it out here because if I do hear something, I want to see if this goes off at the same time. If this goes off, I want to know if I caught something on audio as well. As far as the audio goes, we're going to use two different types of recorders. First one is we're going to do an analog tape recording on this guy right here. $30 from Amazon, which seems like it's a little bit too much. So I'm going to get that going right now. Just hit record on it. And I'm going to set it kind of leaning up against Eliza's stone. And the other one you see a lot of ghost hunter shows using. It's just a standard MP3 recorder. So we're going to get that going. The last time we got any type of audio, my friends asked Eliza if she wanted to come out and play. And again, the next day I asked the same thing. So we're going to do something similar. Hello again, Eliza. I don't know if you remember me, but I was out here a few years back. You told us then that you wanted to come out and play. I understand that it's a little bit rainy and chilly out, but is that something you want to do? Eliza, do you want to come out and play? I mean, are you okay with people coming out here and talking to you every so often? All right, Eliza, I'm going to move on. If there's anything you want to say before I go, let me know, and you're not welcome to come with me. All right, so we're going to walk away from the cemetery. We're going to go back down to where we used to have our reunions and where it said that somebody was murdered when this used to be an actual neighborhood. All right, we are going to use the same equipment I just got done using. So we're going to get the tape recorder going. MP3 recorder. That just spiked. This is the area where my grandpa said somebody was murdered. This used to be a house. This used to be a neighborhood. There were houses on this land years before the park actually bought it. And my grandpa lived way down there, just beyond my Jeep. And he said it was in this area that a woman was murdered. I believe he said she was brutally stabbed to death. So this would have been somebody's front yard or backyard before the parks bought it. You know, how do you feel about people having a picnic on the very spot where you were murdered? Does it make you angry? I don't know, man. If I got murdered out here, I'd be pretty pissed off myself. Do you have any anger in you? That was just really weird. Although there's really not much of a wind or breeze at all right now. That was really fucking weird what just happened. Did you just knock over my MP3 recorder? If you want to communicate, just talk into any one of those boxes, either that MP3, either the small one, the big one, or you can touch the light. Let me know you're here. Is it just too cold to come out? don't think anybody's ever probably tried to talk to you. They probably just sit here and eat their snacks and walk their dogs and crap in your yard. That's got to make you angry. I don't know, man. If I got murdered out here, I'd be pretty pissed off myself. Do you have any anger in you? Alright, I'm going to move on. You are not welcome to come with me. But if you are here and you're listening to me, I thank you for taking the time to do that. That's it from here. This is an interesting, freaky little park. That is for sure.
It'd be great if you could come out and play right now. Oh, Eliza, if you want to come out and play,